what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx from Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow from Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Oh, nice man in boxing. Nice man in boxing. Where's the Flair Cops? Shout out to Goodfellow Sports TV.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that stuff? Oh, man, come on. You really believe that stuff you be saying?
All right, man, let's talk about Errol Spence response to Terence Crawford, after the whole fake tweet on that we debunked last night, which, if you didn't know, they took down the live stream last night. It wasn't because of the Spence fans. It was because of the last topic we talked about my man's and his wife, and they basically, called it, self-harm, whatever. They sent me the suicide watch, number and all that, but, that wasn't our message. That wasn't our intended message, but I respect the rules and I know to do better next time. But, Errol Spence is now, saying that, he responded to all the Crawford ridicule after, people like me last night. And, like I said, I don't believe people used to be watching the videos, but I'm kind of starting to believe that people watch the video. These dudes really, really do watch the videos. Like I said, I'm banned from certain media groups to be letting in credentials, to get credentials, because I don't sugarcoat shit. It's just how I run my channel. I don't kiss behind, but that's fine. I don't really have no issue with it because really I got a handful of interviews I've done over the years, so I don't really live off the interviews, which I could be much bigger if I did more of them and went to the fights, because you really don't need credentials to go to the fights. The best interviews you get is when you catch them in the hallway, you catch them in the hotel lobby. And in the most part, the only person that did turn me down in Vegas earlier this year was Lomachenko, because it was the barrier gap, the language barrier gap, so I didn't take it personal. All right, but but that is what it is, right? And we started to say, like, with the fake tweet, a lot of people, assumed that his fans created the fake tweet, right? They said, oh, his fans created the fake tweet because, well, they want Earl to respond. They tired of Crawford, but Crawford done everything that people asked him to do. It was, he too small. He grew into the weight class. Get a belt. He got a belt. He left Bob Arum, interview with the media more. He interviewed with the media more. Oh, he really ain't being vocal about he want the Earl fight now. He bashed Earl. Even Andre Ward said, well, I like to see you. I know you got it in you. I like to see you kind of, show your personality and that you a funny guy and creative guy in the, smoking Errol out. I'm paraphrasing. All right. Said that a few fights ago. And even Ron Garcia, like, I'll show Terence how to maneuver around social media if he showed me some moves. So everybody knew he knew help in the social media department. And he's showing that he can reign supreme. He's showing that he got character. He's showing he is funny. He is a comedian. He's showing more of his personality. Everything that everything that his supporters, everybody that casuals, everybody that's neutral, everybody that's Spence fans, he didn't check every box y'all wanted to check. He checked every box. Literally. He literally checked every box. He left his comfort zone, some days, a lot of us not comfortable doing, but sometimes we got to do it. He left his comfort zone, right? He's done everything you asked him to do. So, what else do we got to do? And now he's saying that Errol Spence said, oh, social media era, take your silence for weakness. Hulk Cash, thumbs up with a middle finger. He said, hashtag no more hiccups, hashtag line them up. And my thing is, you was just on social media calling Crawford out. It was a video where he had the rap music going. Oh, call Hal. Oh, I messed up and not giving the Pacquiao fight. So people he don't have no social media presence. That's malarkey. Social media presence when you interviewing with ES News and talking about 64 and you interviewing with different people talking about 80-20, 70-30. Social media presence when you standing up there with Lou DiBella trying to calm you down and trying to get your drunk butt off the stage. You talking about size of the streets. You created that term. The innovator of size of the streets, you create that term. You didn't create the politics and the roads, but you created the terms. You created that term, right? And that's a fact. And now you want to act like you don't maneuver around social media, but you just was you trying to kiss a boy on social media. That's a fact. You just was doing the sombrero Mexican dance with something with yellow beads, and now his fans move. You really don't, talk on social media, but now he talking about they take my silence for weakness. Like, get out of here. Shut the front door, kid. We talking cash money shit on social media. Everything when you do those press conferences, that's social media. When you run the ring with Sean Porter now, that got something to do with social media. That's going to be reposted. Right? We keep going on and on. You jump on Instagram and start talking shit about Bud. That's social media. You interview with Fight Hype, say you get a belt, I fight him. That's social media. That's a fact. That's a fact. So he full of it, bro. I don't care what none of y'all say. He full of it. Now they saying, oh, now he, Bud, Bud talking too much. But you asked him to talk. You asked him to come out here and do this. Y'all asked for this, bro, over the years. So he really don't want to fight. He's articulating. Now he doing what you asked him to do. He doing what I asked him to do. He doing what Andre Ward asked him to do. He doing what Top Rank asked him to do now. And now Earl want to play the victim. Oh, they taking my silence for weakness. Like, nigga called you out like a week ago. When you at the fight. When you at the fight, bro, and he like, man, oh, he turned this look if Earl was still there, and Earl ran off. Oh, you'll never come to my fight. So many hypocrisies, bro. So many lies, so many contradictions, bro. And then trainer talking about he gotta get his numbers up. Why the trainer talking about that? Why? Give me 1 minute, man. I'll be right back. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live. All right, make sure y'all talk about joining the membership. Start at $2. And I'll be adding more perks to it at the top of next year. You know what I'm saying? But he sit here and now he playing the victim. Like, dude, I can care about whatever you do less. But all we want you to do is shut the front door. All we want you to do is either say you're gonna fight, give us either fight or don't fight at this point. Everything else is irrelevant, bro. That's it. This ain't no personal attack on him. This ain't no personal attack on his beautiful family, his kids, his girlfriend, his father, his mother. No attack on Derrick James or nothing like this. But y'all becoming the same thing y'all complained about. And that's my biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? And then the PBC fighters, they don't even take the Leo Santa Cruz route where they be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna let my promoter handle that and be humble. They ducking and they bragging. They lying. And then behind the scenes, they saying one thing. That's my issue, bro. Honestly. That's my honest issue, bro. And then you complain about Keith Thurman not fighting you. You complain about Danny Shine not fighting you when you wanted to fight. You breathing fire, and then you get in position to be number one, and you doing the same thing they was doing. You doing the same exact thing they was doing. Had you took the Leo Santa Cruz road, this would be an easier pill to swap. Like, yeah, he been consistent. When he talk, when he fight, he answer your question the same way for Leo Anderson. The same question about Gary Russell, the same way. He answered it the same way for years now. He ain't bragging. He ain't putting the fishing reel out there and then pulling it on the fence. He been 100. That's one thing I respect about Leo. He been consistent. What these dudes is hypocrites, dude. They hypocrites. They hypocrites. Instead of just doing what Leo doing and taking the high road, all they doing is lying, bro. And they becoming the shit that they was mad when on the way come up. It's terrible. It's like man, these rich people, man, they don't get back to the poor. They don't care about the poor. Then you become rich and wealthy and you do the same thing. How you breaking the cycle, bro? Like I said last night, you can catch the live on Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to start up a podcast tonight when I get a chance. But like young Dog said, you know, they said, man, you always give him back. He said, man, when I was younger, I wish somebody would have threw me a dub. I wish somebody would have did something for us. He said, pound paraphrase. He said, I got in position and I started, making changes. This dude got in position and kept the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao shit rolling. He got in position and he no longer hungry. That's the biggest issue with him, more than the weight cut, more than anything stylistically with Bud. Any disadvantage, advantage, or anything that's neutral between the biggest disadvantage that he's at is he's no longer the same hungry monster that he was on the way up. Same thing with Keith Thurman. It's hard to crank your car over. It's hard to crank the lawnmower up when you ain't started in 4 or 5 years. You know, it's hard to be hungry when you full. It's hard to get motivation and train like you poor when you sleep in silk sheets. And that's one thing you can appreciate about Floyd Mayweather. When he had real fights, he trained like he was poor. He trained with a purpose. And people really find how hard it is to get up and keep that motivation, bro. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, it's nothing different, bro. Their bellies both full. My belly full, but I still got room for more. No, you don't. These dudes are accomplished. They made a lot of money. They comfortable. And these dudes don't have ambitions to even be a two-weight title holders or two-weight world champions. They don't have ambitions. They said they don't have ambitions to be undisputed. If they had the ambitions, this would have been sold up long before Terence Crawford got here. You talking about these dudes making a career of welterweight. You got Sean Porter, who retired and didn't even attempt to chase the title at 154 pounds. Didn't even attempt to get a secondary belt, the elite, like, I'm calling him a two-weight world champion. You know, Danny Garcia at least going up there to see if he can be 3. Danny Garcia already 2. No matter how you look at it, how you feel about the Guerrero fighter, he's already at least a 2. The question was, with everything that's kind of going against Earl inside and outside, more outside the ring, will he even be a 2? You're talking about somebody in Crawford that won titles in 3 weight classes. And people, and a lot of his fans and neutral casuals and detractors saying go up and fight Charlo or Castanos and be a 4. But they ain't asked Keith to be a 2. They ain't asked Sean to be a 2. They ain't asked Earl to be a division world champion. And he been here the longest. And people say, oh, he's such a big welterweight, this, that, and the third. Then go do it. They already should have been undisputed between then. They controlled the division, bro. Other than the WBO belt, you know what I'm saying? They controlled the division. All this should have been real talk. Jesse Vargas and Kell Brooks should have fought. But Eddie and Bob didn't want to put up the money. Keith should have went over there, took that fight. You've been 3-belt world champion. It's so much stuff that went wrong in this division, and they elongated, they extended this division for no reason, bro. They extended this division for no reason. They should be moving up, thinking about unifying titles or thinking about being undisputed at 54, being ready to go to 60. You know what I'm saying? And they still at welterweight dragging it out. While Crawford and fought at 35, they was champions wanting to come up. While Crawford fought at 40 and getting a title, getting this, that, and the title, then they sitting around looking at each other, waiting on to see what Keith gonna do instead of fighting each other. When Crawford came to 47, he was getting time to acclimate to the weight class and get bigger, stronger, right? They all still looking at each other. Now Crawford is grown into the weight class, no promoter, and all the barriers out the way, they still not ready. Car crashes and injuries with Terence Crawford, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. We still here. We still constipated in the division. And what's gonna happen is these young guys and Verge Ortiz, these young guys and Jerron Ennis, Connor Bean, Josh, they're coming. Jose Ramirez, they're coming. Jose Zapata, they're coming. Before you blink, Devin Haney gonna be somewhere in the mix. Teofimo gonna be somewhere in the mix. It's gonna be somebody that y'all ain't see coming gonna be in the mix. Ugas still gonna be in the mix. Custio Clayton gonna be in the mix. Rashidi Ellis gonna be in the mix. So at the end of the day, we tired of the hypocrisy. If you talking about line them up, get the fight done, so we can stop talking about. We talk about shit for 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Either move up and vacate, or you stay and take the fight. But his biggest barrier is his hunger. People say he trained like a beast. Cool, true. Is he a great fighter? He on his way to being a great fighter. Fantastic technical fighter, very disciplined, very consistent. Listen to his corner. Facts. You know, you talking about Crawford reach, Crawford speed, Crawford legs. The biggest discrepancy between them two is hunger. It's hunger. It's hunger. You see how Ortiz and Jimmy Ryan is hungry? Errol Spence was hungry at one point. Keith was hungry at that one point. Danny was hungry at that point. Sean was hungry at one point. These niggas ain't hungry no more. My belly is full. Keith Thurman told you his belly full. Errol Spence is full. The dog is gone out of Errol Spence. He got to show the fans that it's still there. You know, he's not that. He's sleeping in silk sheets, man. You know, and that's just the honest truth about it, man. But yeah, he responds, and like I said, he said, line them up now. You know, make the fight. I'm tired of all this. You know, when they in the ring together, I don't care about a press conference. I don't care about a face-off. I don't care about an opening press. I don't care about it when they weigh in. When they in the ring together, bro, because of COVID and all that, when they in the ring, in the first bell ring, and they meet each other in the middle of the ring and box it out, I believe it when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And me saying that when my sub said 2 weeks ago, I guess when they was at that like UFC boxing thing, they said that Derek James said 2 weeks ago that they was gonna start sparring right around this week, or they was gonna start sparring real soon. So, you know, like I said before, they gotta keep the tires to see how they doing sparring. And then there's a certain comfort with headgear. But when you go into a fight without headgear, is he really gonna run into a Terence Crawford fight, bro, and not test his eye without headgear and see what happened with Sugar Ray Leonard? I mean, it is what it is. If he goes straight into Crawford fight, that was just validation that he didn't tear his retina. Right? So, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, next subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit the all notification button to receive notifications, go live, drop a video. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate those. Continue to help the channel. Best way to donate. I said, already said, share, subscribe, all this stuff. Comment on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want a video request, chop it up. Business question, inquiry, sponsorship, but just continue to support the channel. Peace.